Thanks all for attending, and hopefully we won't keep you too long. We'll just run through some rules of engagements, and if everyone's happy to continue on with the work thereafter, we can sign you up and allocate some uniforms. First point I'd like to make is that there are opt-out delivery points. Now, these specifically address delivery properties are people that have opted out of taking delivery of the local yellow pages. Instead of delivering a directory to these premises, you will deliver an opt-out card, which is specifically addressed and will be supplied to you prior to going out to a delivery region. This card contains information on how that resident can opt back into taking delivery for the next delivery season. The second point is VIP delivery addresses. Now, VIP delivery addresses may be an executive from Census. It also may be an advertiser within the publication. So all deliveries going to the front door of a premises must be bagged, whether it's in the weather or not. As a part of our contract with the client, it is stipulated that we cannot deliver in wet or potentially wet weather. The expectation is that if you're in the field and it does start to rain but looks patchy, please stand by, speak to head office, and we'll give you further information as to whether cease deliveries or not. We can't afford at any point for the directories to get wet or damaged in any way. Residential households, a freestanding house, you are to deliver the directory to the hinge side of the front door at each property. It is not to go on the driveway, in the letterbox, on the front lawn or the footpath. It has to go to the hinge side of the front door. If, however, there is no cover or awning over the front door of the house and the directory is exposed to the elements, please ensure that it is bagged, handles tied and placed in the same position at the front door of each house. When delivering to a block of units or apartments, there's two types of different delivery points you'll encounter here. The first one being secured blocks. If you can't gain access to a secured block by buzzing your way in, getting the attention of a resident or catching someone coming in or out, then you are able to leave the directories at the front door of the premises. An unsecured block where you can gain access, the directories must be delivered to the hinge side of each apartment door. You are not to leave any directories in the main foyer area or common area of any apartment block unless you've been advised this by GDR or the building manager. If this is the case, you need to record the details of the building manager and submit them with your completed distribution map. The 50% rule is as follows. If you're delivering to a block of units where the number of units or apartments does not exceed 50, you are able to leave that volume at the front door of the units, providing it's out of the weather.
If the total number of units exceeds 50, you are only allowed to leave a maximum of 10 books only. For example, if there were 80 units in an apartment block, you would only then leave 10 at the front door.
Specified in the contract we have with Census, please ensure you follow these rules. If the business is open, you enter, introduce yourself, ask how many copies of the directory they would actually like, and then record the number of directories delivered, and also ensure that you get a signature from someone in the business, or at least a business card or name and the time you were there. You must only deliver to the business when the business is open. If the business is not open, you must record the name of the business so we know when to return to actually deliver the directories to them. Any difficult delivery points you may encounter, for example, the presence of a ferocious dog, a locked gate, a closed business, etc., you must then bag the directory and leave it as close to the front of the property as possible so as not to obstruct any pedestrians or damage the directory in any way. Any surplus directory must be returned to GDR, whether it be damaged, left over from the distribution to a particular mapped area. Please ensure that this all comes back to GDR because we need to reconcile 100% of all directories allocated to us. Under no circumstances is any waste material to be left in the field, nor is it to be disposed of in a public place, such as a bin in a park or in a shopping centre. All waste material must be returned to GDR and we will dispose of it at our own cost.